This is the Foxtrot Mike FMP. This one's in 5.56. This is the pistol version. So what you can see on here is we have a triangular brace. This one actually came off of my Palmetto State Armory AKV. It has a rear mounted Picatinny rail. What's cool about this 5.56 AR variant is it's actually a side charger, which is pretty cool. On the side right here, this is your charging handle and it's non-reciprocating. So you don't have to worry about that thing sliding back and forth. Let me kill these last 2 rounds of my mag. So what makes this AR so much different than all your other ARs out there is, of course, first of all, it's a side charging AR. This charging handle on the side is non-reciprocating, so it's not gonna slide back and forth on you as you fire it. Obviously, that's a safety hazard and something we don't wanna deal with, especially something with a relatively thin handguard like an AR. On the back right here, you have a little pick rail. So I mounted my triangular arm brace from my PSA AKV. I figured it fit perfect, and look how awesome this thing looks. On top right here, I put my EOTech XPS2. This is the 300 Blackout version. The reticle bullet drop compensation dots are just geared towards a 300 Blackout. It still acts just fine as a 5.56 optic. Let's do some more shooting, and then let's talk about it a little bit more. Just so we could try the cheap ammo as well. What I have inside these magazines, this is the very cheap Wolf steel case stuff. This is the Wolf 223, and it's steel case, just the cheapest stuff that you could really get. So we have a standard GI style magazine right here. This one does have the non-tilt type follower, which is good. That's really important. And right here you have your mag pull PMag. So we're gonna do 10 rounds from each, just real fast. See if it's reliable, see if it feeds, or if it has any issues with these steel mags. We're gonna start with the mag pull. Ten rounds. It ate all the steel. It ate all the steel from the 2 different magazines. This is the FM-15 Gen 2, and I already talked about some of the features and the key features that really make this thing stand out. That being said, let's talk about some other stuff. I'm doing an optic review for Viridian. They have some brand new green dots, magnifiers, and all that cool stuff coming out. So I'm doing a test on those, and I figured it just looks so good on this. Look at that. You can shoot this folded. So since it is a side charging style firearm, bufferless system, so everything you need is all up here. So what's cool about a side charging AR is you get some of the benefits of something like a piston AR that's a lot lighter, because you have a smaller bolt carrier group inside this thing, less reciprocating mass as well. I wouldn't mind if this was a little bit bigger, just for when you rip it back, you want to kind of get your fingers away from that Picatinny rail. So this is an 11-inch handguard, and it's borderline monolithic. It's like a monolithic style design. Yeah, there is a break right there, but you can see the cuts of the handguard match up with the cuts of the receiver. It gives you some really sleek lines, and it just looks really good. So again, 11-inch monolithic style handguard, 12.5-inch 223 wild barrel, and then you have your standard A2 style bird cage over here. Since it doesn't have a buffer, it doesn't need a buffer tube. So it's a very lightweight lower receiver, pretty cool. This will take a drop-in AR trigger, so any style AR trigger, it's pretty much a standard AR-15 lower, except without a buffer tube. So you could put in a drop-in trigger if you want, aftermarket trigger, which I absolutely intend to do. I want to tell you a little bit, I'm going to tell you why I'm excited about this rifle in just a second, but I want to keep going real quick. All your other features, anything you want to change out that is compatible with a standard AR-15 that's not proprietary will fit on this. If you want to change out your safety selector, this is an ambidextrous safety selector, which is very nice. I might change that out for like a 45-degree or short throw lever. I definitely want to change that trigger because the trigger is very stock. It's a very mil-spec feeling trigger. It's got a relatively heavy brake, heavy weight. That's your bolt carrier group right there. You can see it's a lot shorter than your standard AR-15 bolt carrier group. So overall, so far, this thing does perform really well. I did try the Magpul mags. I tried your standard GI mags. I did try the ETS mags, but there is like a little bit of a fitment issue with the ETS. They just won't insert properly into the AR. I just think it's a little bit of the profile of the top of that ETS mag. They work in every other AR, but there's something about the design of this one that the ETS, the clear ETS mag just won't pop in. Now, when I broke it down, the ETS mag fit right inside, full 30 rounds, completely flawless. Now you can release it, but you really got to yank on them. I just think the ETS mags fit really nice and tight and snug, maybe a little too much for the design of this. Really good machining, and the mag well is actually pretty beveled. So it almost acts as if like a little mag well, like almost an aftermarket style mag well. It just fits right in there, very smooth. There's a couple things I really want to do to it. Number one, aftermarket trigger. I think I'm going to drop one of the Blackout Defense triggers in there because I love those triggers. And if I can make this thing shoot a little bit faster, that's amazing. It's an amazingly flat shooter, and that's because of that recoil system. It feels a lot different than your standard AR. Now maybe if I swap this bird cage out and put a muzzle brake in there, that'll be even better. And then again, aftermarket trigger, that'll feel great. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Have you tried one of these FM-15s out? I've heard some mixed reviews, but overall, this little guy, the side foldy, the foldy boy over here is just fun. I love it.
Hello.
Yeah, we got the boy. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you later.